The COVID Relief Project works directly with mayors in the Cusco region to identify communities that are in need of help. We bring food and emergency supplies to families in need. We contacted the mayor of Ollantaytambo, who asked us to bring food for the families of Tastayoc. This is a traditional indigenous community where families live spread out along a high mountain valley north of Ollantaytambo, which is in the Sacred Valley. Community President Ernesto identified 30 families in Tastayoc that are in dire need of help now. These families worked in tourism before March 15th, when the government of Peru closed the borders to slow the spread of COVID-19. Borders have now been closed for more than 3 months, and many families have already used up their savings just trying to survive. They have had to go back to subsistence farming, which can only partly provide for their families now. For each family, we brought 5 kilos of rice, 2 kilos of sugar, a liter of vegetable oil for cooking, and 2 cans of condensed milk. Most of these families ran out of milk and sugar months ago, without any way to buy more. At this altitude, families may have alpaca, llamas, and chickens, but nobody has a cow. They farm quinoa and the varieties of potatoes that do well so high in the Andes. We met them at a bend in the road that leads from Ollantaytambo to Quillabamba, about 40 minutes from Ollantaytambo. Only 3 of the families live near where we met them. The other 32 families live higher in the valley, and some of them hiked down more than an hour to meet us. There are no jobs for them to go down to in Ollantaytambo now, and even if there were, it would be a difficult choice to leave their community. There are no cases of COVID in the area of Tastayoc, and any trip down to town brings the risk of exposure. It would be very dangerous to take the virus back up to their community, where there are no health services. The community of Tastayoc has a primary school, but no access to a hospital, clinic, or pharmacy. The community doesn't even have a well, much less tap water in any of the houses. Every family relies on the same glacial stream for drinking water. Hand washing there is very different from in town. If COVID began to spread through their community, the effects would be devastating. Coming from Cusco, we are very careful to wear masks and follow all COVID hygiene protocols to minimize the risk of taking the virus with us. The number of cases in Cusco is still rising, and we are very aware of what it would mean to take the virus up to such an isolated community.
Ancha agradezco que queda con satisfechos, corazón contento. Gracias, señores visitantes, representantes del proyecto de apoyo COVID-19. Ancha agradezco con amores. Gracias, muy amable y muy contento. Quedamos. Gracias.
Servido, señor Mario, servido. Muchas gracias.